Hey everyone, I'm Kain and this is Ace, and welcome to our episode of Team Building 101. If you want to check out our last episode of Team Building 101, you can click this link up here. This episode, we're going to talk about zombie teams.
Alright, so the main characteristic of a zombie team actually has to do with the leader and his leader ability. The leader skill is going to say, may survive when health is reduced to 0. And what that means is that when your health is above a certain point, whether it's 50% or 70% depending on what leader skill it is, you will actually survive when you take fatal damage with 1 hit point. And what you're going to want to do to follow that up with your sub-monsters actually is you're going to want to have sub-type monsters that have high attack, high recovery, and relatively low health, so that you can heal quickly back up to full or close to full health every time you get reduced to 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it back to Kain here so he can show you an example of what a zombie team looks like.
Thanks, Ace. And so here's a basic zombie team. You notice our leader is a Ice Samurai Ogre, and his leader skill says may survive when HP is reduced to 0. So this means when our HP is 70% or greater, then we'll survive that fatal blow and our HP will be reduced to 1. And you notice the sub-monsters, they have really high attack and decent recovery, but you can also replace these with either attacker monsters or healer monsters. For this team, we have an example that if you want to see it in action, you can click this link up here. And now Ace is going to tell us the pros and cons of this team.
Alright, well, thank you, Kain. And as you can see there, the main pro is that it's very versatile. You know, as Kain had mentioned, you can replace those sub-monsters really with any attacker or healer monster to increase your recovery. And the other pro is that it is fairly easy to make in the early game. These monsters here, minus those 2 that we got in the rare egg machine, are monsters that you can farm. And lastly, actually, there is the ability to beat some pretty hard dungeons with a team like this. It just takes a little while. For example, in the video that Kain was referring to, we do face Hades, who does a ton of damage, but since he only attacks every 5 turns, he reduces our health to 1 and we heal ourselves back up just in time for him to hit us again. And we just keep doing that until we have the opportunity to kill him. But however, as we mentioned, there are some cons as well, and the main con is that this team can take a while to beat some of the dungeons. If you have a lot of patience, this team can take 10, 15, 20 minutes just to beat a dungeon because you're doing so little damage. You'll want to probably get your boost damage from your helper, something that gives a multiple for combos or something like that. For example, Daikao or Bastet or Isis or something along those lines. And another con actually is that anytime you get hit with more than 1 attack, most likely because of your health being so low, you'll actually die. The first hit may trigger your leader skill, but then the second hit will of course kill you. So anything that does double hits, or if 2 monsters hit you at the same time, this team is very weak against something like that. So it only can take you kind of so far in the game. Alright, well, we hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a pretty fun team to kind of mess around with there, and pretty easy to build. So if you guys have examples of your own zombie teams, or want to let us know how they worked out for you guys in some of the dungeons, please comment down below. Otherwise, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Peace.